Hello everyone and welcome back to Law Statistics. Today's presentation is based on the topic amalgamation and tax relief. Tax relief and benefits in case of amalgamation. If any amalgamation takes place within the meaning of Section 2 Clause 1b of the Income Tax Act 1961, the following tax reliefs and benefits shall be available. The first is the exemptions from capital gains tax under Section 47 Part 6. Then we have the exemption from capital gain tax in case of international restructuring, that is under Section 47Y. Then we have the tax relief to the shareholders of an amalgamating company, exemption from capital gains tax under Section 47 Part 6. Then we have the tax relief to the amalgamating company, that is the carry forward and set off accumulated loss and unobserved depreciation of the amalgamating company under Section 72A. There should be an amalgamation of a company owning an industrial undertaking or ship or a hotel with another company, banking company referred in Section 5 Clause C of the Banking Regulation Act 1949 within a specified bank, one or more public sector company or companies engaged in the business of operation of aircraft. Then we have the tax relief to the amalgamating company. The term industrial taking shall mean any undertaking engaged in the manufacture or processing of goods, the manufacture of computer software, business of generation or distribution of electricity, mining, and so on. Then we have the amalgamated company should be an Indian company. The amalgamating company should be engaged in the business in which the accumulated loss occurred or depreciation remains unobserved for 3 years or more. There should be an amalgamation of the amalgamated company holds continuously for a minimum period of 5 years from the date of amalgamation, at least 3/4 in the book value of fixed asset. The amalgamated company continues to the business of the amalgamating company for a minimum period of 5 years from the date of amalgamation. That's all for the presentation. Thank you.